in the traffic, but I'm so happy to see it like this again, you know. Same as the Renth last weekend.
Race day here last year was just incredible, wasn't it? 110,000 fans came to Le Mans for this Grand Prix.
All the way down that front straight, around that long first turn and into the chicane on the left for the first time. It's easy to lose the front. Matt, something I've got to tell you, I've been down looking at all the bikes before this session started while they were warming. Michele, Chris and Sergi, what a job to do that between sessions.
Yeah, those fellas have certainly earned their evening beer tonight, haven't they, in Le Mans? Great top hour 1000th Grand Prix celebrations here this weekend. So if you're lucky enough to be here in Le Mans, try and check out that special demonstration. And I believe there's a treat coming as well at the end of the MotoGP race on Sunday to mark this 1000th Grand Prix. Obviously, Honda not scared to go outsourcing again to try and give them some direction with this RT213V, which has still been struggling. It's going to be fascinating to find out what the boys thought about that later on.
I agree. I'm looking forward to hear what they say tonight. And like, for example, rear grip. You know, no matter what, how many swing arms and chassis and the geometry settings, what else sounds completely different next year.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting, won't it? Because obviously they've got Ken Kawauchi that's gone in there from Suzuki as well, bringing a bit of knowledge and expertise from him. Yeah, you do wonder whether it's time to think, well, it's our engine character, it's too aggressive.
That's what this next one, Matt, is so difficult to stop, so easy.
No, Aleix Espargaro, we cut away because Aleix Espargaro unfortunately has taken a tumble left shoulder, and then his subsequent news about a fracture in his left humerus bone after he was involved in that nasty early crash with Fabio Quattro and Marco Bezzecchi in Jerez. And then the news got even worse, unfortunately. Raul Fernandez having arm pump surgery in Barcelona. Exactly.
It's not as straightforward than a normal arm pump surgery. The doctors have to cut into 9 different muscles, 3 different cuts. It's not as straightforward in terms of at the shoulder, so we'll see. But yeah, we'll pray to see what happens.
In terms of time frame for the pair, I imagine Raul is targeting a Mugello return, but for Miguel, you said Mugello might be
Is that team cursed in 2023 or what? But Simon's so unfortunate for Miguel and for Raul and for the team. There were, as we mentioned, so much excitement, expectation. A new manufacturer, Aprilia, really keen to work with a satellite.
I'm saying, you know, what if, but I think that if his shoulder doesn't give him too much trouble, that is still possible in the last part of the season to really show what he can do. Yeah, that's super sad what's happened to him so far.
Yeah, we wish Miguel Oliveira.
I was listening to the KTM riders debriefs and the Honda riders debriefs, and it made me realise their complaints are very similar. The machine, actually, if you overlay them, at that time was very similar. On this one, I can't see it there. No, it's not on that one. So I can only imagine it looks like, which I am now, is...
Don't be too hard on yourself, mate.
Can hold it flat. It's so easy. The bike is bolted to the road. It's incredible.
And I imagine as well it makes it a lot more physical, you know, with how late.
The sun was shining for the opening 20 minutes, but the sun has now gone away. The wind has really picked up as well. You can see with the amount of French flags on the start-finish straight on the grandstands opposite us are really starting to waft away in the winds now. And
I don't know how much that works. I personally don't think it does, you know, and I'm not sure that was watery light coming out of the belly pan as they pushed that pit lane, so I'm back to thinking it was oil leak from Tucker's bike this morning. And what I got to shout out to Tucker, what a brilliant job he did. Like, that showed experience, and a bit frustrated here, losing temperature in tyres while an engine's warming up.
So another P2 victim here in Le Mans. It's the Prima Pramac Ducati of number 89, Martin. He's down now then at turn 10. Let's hope that
is that like a knee slider coming off, or something with the bike that he's reaching down?
He's having a good look down to his left-hand side there, isn't he? He clearly rolled out of it. Now then, a massive weekend, of course, for the Tech 3 team.
Thank you very much, guys. Great to be joined by Hervé, and some positive news at last. We'll touch on Paul in a second and his injury recovery, but Augusto this morning inside the top 6 for a lot of that session, eventually just drifting outside of the top 10.
Of races to go, to learn, to understand, but so far we are really happy, and you can't expect more from a rookie.
absolutely. And it looks as though maybe according...
And as we are all working at the moment, target is to be in Mugello with Paul next to Augusto.
That's great news. Hopefully we see a full squad there in Mugello. Hervé, thanks for your time. A special weekend, even more so with the celebration.
And hopefully he's got less pain, but it's got to help that you know that the bike, if you do the job, the bike's good enough now. So speaking of the bike good enough, the man we're watching on right now, I don't understand why they don't use him more, because to me Fabio is like, for example, Brad Binder, as in he
Rose doing behind the scenes for them. Jack Miller and Brad Binder in Jerez could not heap any more praise on Danny, saying that a lot of the credit for this RC16 being as strong as what it is right now is because the end of 2024 might be the time that he decides to hang up his leathers. What a career it's been though for the Spanish rider. When you think that this is the 1000th Grand Prix in history, and Aleix Espargaro, this is appearance 306. He's raced in nearly a third.
wanton. You see what I mean? Like they want to see a lack of mistakes. Speaking of mistakes, Juan stopping at Juan. I'd be curious to see which bike he's on there. He's got looking in. He's I don't know which side.
In Moto2, to have somebody like Honda come knocking on your door asking for help just shows what an amazing job the Calex boys and girls do.
Yeah, they're doing something right for sure. But
Here 1 year ago, look at this, Simon, talk us through this one.
yeah, so for whatever reason, I mean,
Juan Bagnaia, 2 wins in the Grand Prix so far this year, 2 wins in the sprint as well, 22 points. He sits clear at Marco Bezzecchi as we head into the 1000th Grand Prix here this weekend. The riders will be wary about maybe some rain falling towards the back end of this session. The yellow flags always are a significant factor that come into play as well. So Augusto Fernandez and the Gian Antonio making advantage, making it count on their first time attacks. There is a set of tyres. Now then, that was even bigger than the scary. Now he's down through Lasher
from the outside again, because you could see him cut the paint, so that could have been a reason that it let go as well as temperature.
Yeah, the French fans, they had their heart in their mouths, didn't they? So Fabio Quartararo on successive laps while he was turn 5 with no problem, down through turn 6 La Chapelle with no problem, and this is much more like the old Fabio Quartararo when he goes into time attack mode. There's still a long way to go in this session, nearly a quarter of it remaining, 15.5 minutes as well. Viñales has had a superb first sector. He's up by nearly a tenth and 3/4. He's the number 12. Binder, who we pick up now, he's in this final sector. You need good turning here, you need confidence and trust. Now they have, and like Simon says, with more time on track, with more experience, more data, more knowledge, they're only going to get stronger. Just shows, don't read too much into winter testing, does it? Because right now, Binder then it is that has the advantage, just under a tenth clear of his teammate. You can see there the standings on the left-hand side of your picture. They are the combined standings, P1 and P2 together, a factory KTM 1-2. So Marquez knows that Bagnaia does have to push at some point. He won't want to waste a soft tyre just because he doesn't want the number 93 on his case, but that's exactly what's happening right now. Those two,
he knows that Pecco needs to push.
Structure of this session, Marquez stays out and decides to crack on and get on with it himself. This is him dropping now down through La Chapelle. La Chapelle,
or he's bailed out and decided to chase someone, because he's gone straight through that chicane. Yeah, okay, he's pushing, he's had a little scare, can't stop. Yeah, he's bailed out, couldn't stop for the fast.
Yeah, 1 session tomorrow morning, that's the main focus for him. Quartararo, he's out a little bit wide going through Garage Fair. Has a look at the big screen there on the inside.
With that,
and doing a damn good impression of Usain Bolt, sprinting out of Repsol Honda was Marc Marquez. He got the call, Bagnaia's going out, we need to go. Just quickly down to Jack, you've got some observations on Pecco, Jack. Yeah. At the moment, it's A-OK, but he won't be able to relax in that 7th place because he's not got much of a gap back down to Alex Marquez, who holds that final place in that all-important top 10 right now. Quartararo over the line, there is no improvement. No damage done yet for Quartararo, he's still hanging on to that 7th place. Let's have a quick check on his compatriot. Another big home crowd favourite, of course, Johan Zarco, who's still to link the lap. We look at number 41 though, Aleix Espargaro. He was on the floor at the start of the session at turn number 9, wasn't he? But Aleix Espargaro fires the put it up into 2nd place. Surely that's got his place directly into Q2. Espargaro with the 1:31.20 now. Rins and Bagnaia also will be heading there. You can see Quattararo just check up there.
That's going to blow their next lap, you know.
Quattararo in that first sector. Marquez getting caught up there in a little bit of a tangle with Aleix Espargaro coming into the Dunlop chicane. Marquez got himself into 6th place. Aleix Espargaro does lead it on the factory Aprilia. A 1:31. He's not going through. Quattararo over the line 12th. He's taken the checkered flag. So now it's all eyes on Bagnaia. Viñales trying to consolidate his place. Tommy's gone down. We've got a faller out of circuit, and it's a big one. It's a big one for Mark. Has he cracked inside that top 10? Oh, he has by a whisker. Bagnaia goes up to 9th. Will that be enough? It's been another fraught Friday, hasn't it? Look at that, pure frustration for Marc Marquez. He has
after watching this again as his front tucks and barrel rolls.
But it's Jack Miller then that will take the headlines. He loves